The woods stretched out before me like an endless sea of green, welcoming me into their tranquil embrace. After years spent suffocating in the concrete jungle of the city, I had finally broken free. I truly believe that man requires this kind of peaceful environment to really understand who they are as a person. In the heart of nature, I could finally breathe again. I pitched my tent beneath a canopy of trees, the soft rustle of leaves being my only companion, as I drifted off to sleep. But as the night deepened, so did the sense of unease that had been gnawing at me since my arrival in these secluded woods. At first, I dismissed the noises as the nocturnal symphony of the forest, rustling leaves, hooting owls, and the distant noises of coyotes. But then came the whispers, faint and elusive, teasing the edges of my consciousness. Someone, or something, was watching me. I shrugged off the sensation, attributing it to my overactive imagination. I woke up, hunted for food, and tried to enjoy nature as it was intended. No mortgage causing me to work myself to the brink of insanity. No in-laws telling me I'm not good enough for their daughter. No shitty car breaking down on me every 100 miles. Nothing but peace and quiet. Or so I thought. As the days passed, the feeling that I wasn't alone out here became ever more present every night. Something in the back of my mind kept telling me that I was in danger. Every snap of twig or rustle in the underbrush sent my heart racing, my mind conjuring images of unseen predators lurking just beyond the reach of my senses. I began to doubt my decision to escape the city, wondering if I had unwittingly traded one prison for another. Then, one evening as I watched the sun dip below the horizon, I saw it. A shadowy figure lurking among the trees, its eyes fixed on me with an intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Panic seized me, and I just started running. Twigs hitting me in the face, and the breath escaping me quicker than I thought was possible. I ran until my body physically couldn't anymore, and I fell to the ground, weeping like a baby. In my life, I've never been able to do what I want to. This was supposed to be the escape that I never got. And even now, I wasn't alone without something pressuring me to always have my guard up. It wasn't fair. I just want peace. For days I roamed the woods like a hunted animal, haunted by the spectre that lurked just beyond the edge of my vision. I tried to convince myself it was a trick of the mind, a manifestation of my guilt for leaving behind the life I had once known. But deep down, I know the truth. I was being pursued by something far more sinister. As the days turned into weeks, I found myself growing more and more paranoid, jumping at the slightest sound, my nerves stretched thin with fear. Sleep became a fleeting luxury, snatched in brief moments of exhaustion before I was rudely awakened by the phantom presence that haunted my every waking moment. Then, on the brink of madness, I stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. There, standing before me, was the figure that had haunted my every waking moment. But as it stepped into the light, its features became painfully familiar. The same haunting eyes, the same twisted smile. It was her. It was my wife. I think deep down I knew it was her, but the revelation still struck me like a thunderbolt, shattering the fragile facade of my sanity. Memories flooded back. Memories of that fateful night when rage and despair had consumed me, driving me to commit the ultimate act of betrayal. I had thought I could escape my past, burying my guilt beneath the layers of earth and foliage that surrounded me. But I made the biggest mistake in my life by moving out here. Because here, in the heart of the wilderness, there was no hiding from the truth. With trembling hands, I reached out to touch her, to beg for forgiveness that I knew would never come. But as my fingers brushed against her ethereal form, she vanished into thin air, leaving me alone with my guilt. She didn't want to hurt me like I had done to her. She just wanted me to face the consequences of my actions. And in that moment, I realized the futility of my flight from justice. No matter how far I ran, I could never escape the echoes of my past, the echoes of her accusing gaze, the echoes of my own shattered soul. I just laid on the ground, defeated, crying to myself like the pathetic man I was. As dawn broke over the horizon, I got up to my knees, tears mingling with the dew-drenched grass beneath me. For the first time since I had fled the city, I allowed myself to confront the enormity of my crimes, to acknowledge the pain and sorrow that I had inflicted upon those I loved. And as the weight of my sins bore down upon me, I knew that there could be no redemption, no absolution for the darkness that lurked in my heart. For in the end, the true horror was not the shadowy figure of my wife, or the blood that soaked her dress. It was the realization that the monster I had been fleeing from all along was none other than myself. And as I gazed out into the vast expanse of the wilderness that stretched out before me, I knew that there was no escape from the prison of my own guilt. I know what I need to do to make this right.
Hello, sinister listeners. If you've enjoyed this story, then you'll find all the author's information in the description below. For more content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to succumb to the sinister.